Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Football United TV, and this is the Premier League weekend show. Now it's time for the famous intro. Tonight's show, we're going to do this quick review, and tonight we've got Rich. How you doing, Rich?
All right, yeah, very good. You?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good.
Yeah, all good. Got a few days to step in. You can just bear with me. Right, so basically we did the games today. Okay, Rich. Here we go. Right, Newcastle played Aston Villa today, Rich. 5-1. Actually, this was yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah, sorry, it was yesterday. I do apologise, everybody. This is all wrong. On yesterday's game, Newcastle played Aston Villa 1-5-1. Absolute cracker of the game. I didn't think the scoreline was going to be this high, Rich. As we know, we did the predictions last week, and I went for a 3-2, and you thought it was going to be a draw, a 3-0. So, what's your thoughts on this game, mate?
Well, I knew I went for a 3-3 score because obviously I had a funny feeling there'd be goals with both sides, but I watched the game yesterday evening, this one, and started off well. Newcastle's won up in 5 minutes, wasn't it? And then it got back to 1-0.
Yeah.
And they just seemed to go on the attack and totally shattered Villa. I was a bit shocked with the scoreline, to be honest with you, Ant, but I thought Newcastle played quite well yesterday. They had the crowd behind them there. They was fantastic. They're the crowd yesterday, I got to admit that. I was a bit like you surprised with the scoreline, so I expected a little bit more from Aston Villa, to be honest with you, under Emery, but yeah, I think they'd be a good side this season, Newcastle, to be honest with you. They've got the Champions League football, and I think they'll take some beat now.
Yeah, they would do, yeah. I think Harvey Barnes, their new signing, I think he come on. Substitution, he looks happy coming on. With this game, Rich, with this game, he actually come on his sub. He scored the goal. Absolutely brilliant debut for you. Obviously, Botman, the centre back, got the other goal. Gordon and Murphy was also the goal scorers for Newcastle. Ollie Watkins for Villa.
Yeah.
In all fairness, with this result, what do you think of Unai Emery? What's he got to do? Obviously,
they lost
his teammate basically. He thought his teammate basically to get in to win and wins.
Well, to be honest with you, I know this is the season now. You look at last season, he had a good run with the squad and he'd done well there, but I think he needs to add a couple of more players to the team. I think they probably most likely need to concentrate on defence now. They lost Tyrone Mings yesterday to a bad injury, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
So I think that's where Emery got to look at it, is that defence. I think up top they got goal scorer with Ollie Watkins. Midfield as well, they got nice little balance in midfield. Maybe might bring one more in midfield, but I think he should be looking probably more in defence, to be honest with you. And that, their goalkeeper yesterday, he was off the line quite a bit, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
Yeah, so
good, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's where Emery got to look at. Is maybe probably bolstering his defence up a little bit. Maybe bring somebody in the middle of the park as well. Play that defensive midfield role, and that's it really. Don't know about up top. If they get Watkins injured and stuff. That I don't know what their replacements are, what they got there, but that could be another option as well.
Yeah. No, that's right. Yeah.
But they'd be
I
all right.
mean, go
They'd
with
be all right.
Newcastle. What?
Villa be all right over this season. I think he'd get a couple in before the window shuts, and they get their season going.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, they soon
Mm.
will. I know every team has an off game, but you don't want to be doing this on first day of the season. Definitely, it's not one to remember, is it?
No,
On
that's
the
right.
film. Right, yeah, let's go on to the next game. Right, I'm sorry, folks, but this goal line's wrong. We didn't do the thumbnails.
No, I
Brighton
looked at
actually
it.
won 4-1.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, I mean, this game, Rich, Brighton, they've had players leave Brighton. There's one of
yeah.
them that's on about leaving, Casado. They seem to
Mm.
be, I know it's Luton, but they did really pull a good result out of the bag in this game. So I think with Luton, we said they were going to go down, didn't we? I mean, they're
Yeah,
going to be having been, playing games, but they might pick up the odd win and draw here. But I mean, what's your thoughts on this game, mate?
well, I had the obviously I didn't watch this game yesterday. I had the scores on BBC One, and Chris Sutton was analysing the game on there, and he said, and that Ashley Williams was on. They both said for the first 25 minutes before Brighton went to go up, I think Luton actually defended quite well, but I think when they cracked then, didn't they?
Yeah,
Like he said on there yesterday, there's a few players left Brighton in the last sort of couple of months and stuff, but they left off really last season, but I think playing a team like Luton, no disrespect to Luton Town, but I think if Brighton would have come up against a bigger side yesterday, I think they'd have probably rolled over, but yeah, I think it's going to be a long season for Luton, and to be honest with you.
yeah, yeah. I don't think
Mm.
they're going to do anything this season.
Like I said with Luton, I think and it proved it right yesterday. I think they're going to get some tankings away from home. If they're to pick up their points, it'd be on that little small pitch they got there, because they know how to play on that pitch. Other bigger clubs don't they like the big pitches and spreading the ball but that ground. I knew could spread the ball, but it's a very compact ground. So I think their points, if they get any, will come at home. But I think away to your Man United, your Man City's, Arsenal, I think they're in for a long season with a bad goal difference.
Yeah. Do you think these top teams will struggle on that pitch that Luton plays on?
Yeah, I think they will. I mean, you go to a place like that, old-fashioned ground where the crowd's so close to the pitch there, as a part of the 12th man, as they say, is like the crowd. But I think they get some results at home, against the Sheffield Uniteds, and who else come up?
Luton, Sheffield United, and who won the league?
Can't remember the else now. Whoever it is, but that's where they got to be looking at picking their points up. They might be get a point away and get the 3 points in against these sides like your Wolverhamptons and stuff like that. That's what they got to be looking at. I mean, I think when they play the big boys,
Burnley,
that's right, yeah. Well, like you said, sides like that, that's what they got to be doing if they're to survive, obviously, for the first time in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. But then again, you feel like, do you see any more players joining Luton? Maybe they signed a centre back, but they're too dodgy at the back. The
Yeah.
spaces, the gaps that they're leaving open for Brighton to come in. I mean, it's like what I said earlier. You look at the players that's leaving Brighton. McAllister, a star player. Casado could be on his way either to Liverpool or Chelsea. Whichever one it's going to be.
Go back to January 3rd.
Yeah, and do you see them? I don't know. Do you see him getting someone in and he's probably tighten up that defence?
I think there'll be a couple in coming through the door, because obviously you can't let players go like that without replacing them. But you never know; there could be a bit of youth policy there. They might have a few youth players to bring through. But yeah, you got to look at it and think you've lost a good 4 or 5 players like they have, whatever. you got to replace him, haven't you?
Yeah,
So I think he'd do it. He's quite a clever manager, that Brighton boss there, and I think he knows what he's doing there. He'll get a couple more players in, and I think they'll have a good season, Brighton, if they do.
yeah. Yeah, I think they will. I don't think they'll finish high up in the league as last season, but
Mm.
I think man
Yeah.
like mid-table.
If this geezer is going to go to Chelsea or Liverpool, I mean, I read it the other day, was it £111 million?
Yeah,
I mean, McAllister went as well, so they got the money there to spend on players, haven't they?
yeah, they have.
So yeah, but I think it'd be a long, long season for Luton.
Okay. Right. Let's go on to the next game. This game's for today, obviously as well. I thought this was to me, I thought this was a game. I mean, with Tottenham is life without Harry Kane, and
Yeah,
also with Brentford. In the meantime, it's life without Ivan Toney. So two teams missing their two-star strikers.
yeah.
So to be
Well,
honest with you, I couldn't separate them in this game. I thought it was a good game, end-to-end stuff. Uh, the chances that both teams had. I feel with Charleston up front for Tottenham, I didn't think he did anything personally. It was just like having a body up there, produce nothing for short
yeah.
fields.
Well, I watched the game today, the Brentford and Spurs game, and thought the atmosphere was good there straight away. Spurs went one up, and then I thought they conceded that penalty. When I watched that today and they shown it on the VAR and all that, and I looked at that today, I thought it was a little bit soft, to be honest with you. I mean, all right, you could see the intent was there, whatever you want to say, but I don't think it was a stonewall penalty. And then
No,
they conceded a soft deflected goal after that, didn't they? And they went 2-1 at Brentford, and then obviously Spurs got back just before the half-time whistle. So I was gearing up for a few more goals in the second half, but both teams had chances to win it. So I think overall on play and possession, what I've seen, I thought a draw was a fair result on this one. But
yeah,
Spurs look all right without King. They still got a few good players there, Song, and I think Richarlison might take a little bit to get going. He's not the sharpest tool out the box, is he? But yeah, I think they got the money for Harry Kane now. He's obviously going to be doing a little bit more in the window as well. I can imagine before it shuts.
yeah, no, that's right. Um,
Yeah,
Also, did you think that towards the end of the game that may have been a penalty? That Tottenham goalkeeper, like taking down that Brentford attacker. I can't remember his name, but
yeah,
he took him literally. He literally shot. He took the shot, and then the keeper comes crashing into him into the penalty
yeah.
area. I thought it was a blatant penalty, but it wasn't
Well,
given.
I mean, it didn't even go to VAR, didn't it?
No,
No, and then you got a tackle like that in the box when Brentford got their equaliser for the penalty, and he went to VAR and ran over to look at it. And then he done the indication pointing to the spotlight. But if they're pulling that right for a penalty, and then surely they must have should have stopped the game and looked at that, because that was a stonewall penalty to me.
yeah,
And
yeah,
this is
well,
what I'm saying with this VAR. I'm a fan of it, but I'm not a fan of it. I think if you're going to play it, you've got to be consistent with it. And to
yeah,
me,
well,
there's no consistency in this VAR at the moment.
yeah. No, they're
Another
not being
thing,
consistent with it, are they?
another thing. I know somebody said there's a new rule this season. Ever think about this amount of injury time in the end of each half? I mean, yesterday, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, and everything. It was crazy, absolutely
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, the rules are changing almost nearly every season or every other season, but
Well, this is what
when you
Rafa
read it,
Varane said in the
you
week,
try
isn't it?
to read it, you try to adjust it, and you're trying to take it in. You're thinking some of the rules I think is pointless, but unfortunately that's FIFA for you. And if they want to put in new rules, they have to, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, it was chopping and changing. It's like Rafa Varane said in the week, when you come out and said, they're changing the rules every season. It's hard to keep up with it. It's draining people's football brains in mentally with it, because you can't do this now. Then the following season, you can't do this and you can't do that. It's got to be hard for the players as well and the referees to keep up with it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Right, let's go on to the next. Right, the other game today. Chelsea versus Liverpool.
Yeah, yeah.
This game, 1-0. It was a good game. A good game.
Mm,
I think Chelsea had a chance to win it towards the end, but
yeah.
both teams had the opportunity to score on goals. There was goals that was disallowed from each team. You know, um, Kirsty, Rich, what do you think is a good result for Poch? First game of the season?
Well, it was obviously they're playing a good side, Liverpool,
Yeah,
and I think it was. I think it was very important for Pochettino today to start his debut as manager and not lose the game.
yeah,
Um, like you said, Chelsea had chances and everything. Liverpool had chances. It was a good game. I mean, it was flowing. It was fast flowing, and sat there watching it. Like, and obviously, I'm not a Chelsea fan. You know my views with Liverpool. I'll speak the truth and everything. Like, but I think overall probably a draw on this and like Spurs game, fair result. Both teams had chances to win it possession wise, but I looked at both of these sides now, and like they're in transform period. I don't think they're not Liverpool 2 or 3 years ago, and Chelsea obviously ain't the team they were. Obviously, we've had a lot off the field with Abramovich and all this, and last season I know it was last season, like, but he changed two managers, and they've spent a lot of dough and all that, like, but I I think these are two sides really you're going to probably see battle like for the Europa League this season.
yeah, definitely. So, in other words, it was a bad day for Klopp, more so than obviously Poch. Poch being happy, his first game in, 1-0,
Yeah.
1-0 with Liverpool. Poch ain't going to be happy with this, is he?
Well, yeah, Klopp. You can see his antics on the line. Klopp's like, I mean, did you see him when he fell on the floor and this? That? All right, he's a winner, Klopp, and if he wants his
Yeah,
team to win, every manager wants their team to win at the end of the day. Like, but it don't go like that in football. But you got to take your hat off to Chelsea. They never give in. They went a goal down. They kept their heads up and they kept going. Like they got the goal just for half time and that was it. So yeah, I thought overall draw was a fair result on this one. And if I'm honest with you, but like I said,
yeah.
I don't. I think both sides are in at the moment. Like they're buying new players and got to try and work out where they play, who they could play with, and this that. So yeah, I'm not expecting a lot from these two sides. To be honest with you, this season, I think they're going to be up like sixth, seventh, sort of eighth sort of position.
Mm. It's right, so like to come off on my phone, the voice message. I can't listen to it because I'm on a stream. I know it's wrong. Let's quickly get into this one then. Right, Rick, player of the weekend.
Player
I
of the
want to know who
weekend.
your player of the weekend is.
Well, I got to admit, I watched the first match on Friday, wasn't it? Burnley and Man City, and I think, to be honest with you, Alan done it for me.
Alan.
Yeah, on what's the saying? Take off where you left off. Like, do you know what I mean? Last season, he'd come out the Friday night. He didn't even look like he worked a sweat. To be honest with you, he was
No,
there, bang,
no,
that's it. Like, do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And yeah, I'll give him it for this weekend, player of the weekend.
yeah. Do you know what? You've got picked exactly the same player as me, Alan.
Mm,
Uh, I thought he was brilliant in that game, scoring the two goals,
yeah.
the assist he made. And also, what did you think of that? That's like when Pep came on and started having a go at him.
Yeah, I mean,
That was
it'd have
bizarre, wasn't
been
it?
it'd have been interesting if somebody on social media or somebody could have slowed it down and try and lip read what Pep was saying to him. Because when I seen that, I thought, oh, why ain't he happy with him? It's obviously triggered Pepper and everything like. But at the end of the day, he's a striker. He's paid to score goals. He banged two and they've won the game. I can't see what his problem was. But that's Pep. He wants 110% out of every player, no matter if you're 5-0 up, 8-0 up. He wants 110% for 90 minutes or more.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, he's the manager, so you've got to respect the manager and everything like that. And I mean, fair play to Alan. He didn't give a lot back. He just carried on walking off. We listened to him, and he could have bit back and said something, couldn't he? But yeah, so no, he take on the chin. That's it. Now get on with it. Now back on the training pitch tomorrow morning. It's done, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. Right, so also, we got like a little special guest on today's show. It's his birthday.
Tomorrow.
Well, it's your birthday tomorrow, yeah.
And
So, and he's 8. So we've got Joe here. Joe, your player of the weekend. Now you picked an Arsenal player, but which was your one?
My was Saka.
Saka, was it? Right. Yeah. Played a good game, scored a good goal. He's not from Forest. Yeah. Well, you should do. You both watching the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate Bayern.
Yeah. Okay. He said he hates Alan for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, he was really good. Yeah.
His birthday's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
His perfect birthday present for you tomorrow will be watching Man United beat Wolves.
No. No.
oh my happy birthday to me.
Yeah, it's all really good. Happy birthday. So I'm just going to knit to the comments.
I
And
know.
let's see what we're going to do. Susan. Okay, Matthew Bass is in. Good evening, Matthew.
Evening, Matthew.
He's big up everyone on the show and in the chat.
Big
And
up.
also, Matt's in. We've done a poll. So for this player of the weekend, we've got the poll. You've got the choice between Haaland, Isaac, or Saka. So who's your favourite player of this weekend? Just get voting. Just press that button. And he goes on to say, at Matthew Bassett, hello. King TV's in. My player of the weekend was Tuali. Well, yeah, no, he played well. He
Yeah,
really well.
he had a good weekend. Yeah, he played well.
He played well, very well. Right, let's get to it. We're going to go on to the score predictions now. Score predictions. Well, what we're going to do? You take yours. I did mine. Now we're going to have Richard score prediction. Obviously, we did the score predictions last week, Rich, and I know you're eager to see how you got on. Okay, right. So you picked up a point. Well, put it this way: none of us got a correct score.
I did think we
None.
did.
So you picked up a point for Man City, Arsenal, Brighton, Crystal Palace, and we got none right today. So you scored 4 points, and I'm on 6. I got 6. I got 6. Well, I didn't predict the scores right, but as you could tell, because obviously the teams I had down to win, I had 6 individual points, so I had 6 points. So we're above you, Rich.
That's a first.
Yeah, that's the first, yeah. Right. Rich, Friday night's game, the first game, is Nottingham Forest versus Sheffield United. Can I have your prediction?
Well, I'll keep it short and sweet. I watched that game yesterday, Arsenal and Forest, and why Forest didn't start that Anthony Elanga, I don't know, because when he come on, I thought he looked a lot better. He done that run for their goal. Forest are home, first home game, Sheffield United first away game. They've come up. If Forest plays like they did yesterday for the first quarter of an hour and defended like they did for the first 15, 20 minutes yesterday for the goal, I think Forest will edge this one. Put me down for a 2-0 Forest win.
2-0 Forest win. Okay. I have also gone for Forest win. Exactly the same scoreline, 2-0.
All right. Well,
yeah,
two great minds think alike, innit?
Yeah. And what have you gone, Joe? You've gone
You got 3-2.
to Nottingham Forest?
Yes. And your
Yeah.
subscribe.
Right. So he's on 3-2 to Nottingham Forest. That's high scoring game. Right. Saturday games now is Fulham versus Brentford.
Fulham versus Brentford.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I can't, going on about the games, and I couldn't understand yesterday why Fulham had Mitrovic on the bench.
No.
He must be fit or not. But Fulham's own put me down for. I'm going to go for a draw on this one. I'll go for a 2-2 draw, Desmond.
Oh my God. Can you bloody see my scores or what?
Eh?
I've literally gone for a 2-2 in that game.
That's okay, innit? 2 games, the same results, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, Aston.
So, Joe,
Yeah.
what have you gone for?
I go for 2-1.
2-1 to Brentford?
But 2.
Yeah, you've gone 2-1 to Brentford. Yeah, so we've gone 2-1 to Brentford.
Yeah.
Mm,
Let's go.
interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Next game, Liverpool versus Bournemouth.
Ooh.
What's your score for
Put
that
me,
one?
put me down. I can't see Bournemouth scoring, but put me down for Liverpool's own first game. Salah, no, I think. Put me down for 4-0 Liverpool.
4-0 Liverpool.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a very good machine. I've gone for a Liverpool win also. I've gone for a 2-0 Liverpool win.
I think they'll. Did they destroy them? Was it last season? Was it 9-0 or something, or 8-0?
It was, but
Wasn't
if
it?
you remember correctly, Bournemouth did beat Liverpool 1-0
At their ground, wasn't it?
out there, but yes.
Yeah.
So that'd be an interesting game. Joe,
Yeah.
what have you done? You gone for yeah,
Oh, I go for
2-1. 2-1.
2-1.
2-1 to Bournemouth. So you've gone 2-1 to Bournemouth.
Okay.
I hope this result comes in.
Yeah. Wolves versus Brighton, Rich. The following game.
Okay.
Wolves versus Brighton. Thing is, it's hard to judge it at the moment because I haven't seen Wolves play lots. So, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow night at Old Trafford. You know, if they go out and get tanked 4-0 or whatever, and you don't know how they're going to respond. So, I'll probably just chuck one in there and say, put me down for a 2-0 win for Brighton.
2-0 win for Brighton.
Yeah, I think Wolves have struggled this season. They've sold a lot of players. The manager's gone, and I can't see where their goals are going to come this season.
No, I think we can't. No. And I think they're good down. They're absolutely pony. They're rubbish. So, on that score, I actually give the Wolves a goal.
Oh, yeah?
I gone 2-1 Brighton.
Do you say Birmingham then or Brighton?
Brighton.
I thought we said Birmingham.
Yeah. So, actually, you've gone for a goal scoring game in this one. So, you've gone
I go.
Brighton,
I just scored
Wolves.
3.
Oh, 4-3
Yeah.
to Brighton.
Yeah.
Okay.
This the color.
All right then. Right. Rick,
4-3.
is your team. No. Tottenham versus Man United.
Well, it's like I just said with Wolves. So we ain't seen them play out. Obviously, they got Man United the final fixture of the weekend tomorrow night. So, going to say it'd be hard to judge this one because not watching Man United yet. But seeing Spurs today, they've conceded 2 goals. So, put me down for. It's going to be a hard one. This is. I can't predict this one. Put me down for a 1-0 Man United.
Gosh. I got to choose my bloody results. Well, as you can tell, I got 1-0 Man United.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's the bet? What's the best now? Man United goes 1-0 down in the first 5 minutes, and that's our game gone.
Yeah, true.
Or they go 2-0 in 10 minutes or something.
Right.
Right, Joe. Get this, Joe. Get this one right, mate.
I got you to draw 3-3.
It's gone for a draw. 3-3. 3-all draw. That's high for a game back then. Fair play. Ratings, mate. But I got 1-0 Man United win.
This one's gonna be easy now.
Right. Next game, Man City versus Newcastle. Now, I'll go first on this one. I got 2-1 Man City. What have you got, Rich?
I'm going to go. Man City's in, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Put me down for a 3-2 Man City win.
3-2.
Oh,
Man City win.
okay.
When's that, Anne? Anne, is that Saturday or Sunday?
One for
That's Saturday.
one
All right.
for City and 2 for Newcastle.
You go for a Newcastle win. 2-1. Oh, fair enough.
I don't like Man City.
Oh, no, maybe you don't, mate. That's because they beat us in one of these last season, wasn't
But,
it? Yeah.
oh, this is gonna be easy. Also,
Right. Well, we haven't got there not yet. Right. So Sunday's games now. Going on Sunday. Aston Villa versus Everton. I gone 3-1 to Aston Villa. Joe, what have you gone?
I got Aston Villa 4
Yeah.
and Everton 2.
Right, so Joe's gone 4-2 to Aston Villa.
Is it okay?
Put me down. What was Everton yesterday? They got beat 1-0 by Fulham, didn't they? Late goal.
Yeah.
Everyone were very good, to be honest with you. They had a few chances and everything, but no, I fancy Villa. Even if Villa got done yesterday 5-1, first game at home, Everton, to be honest with you, put me down for 3-0 Villa. I think Villa come out. I think they respond the weekend after the 5-1 yesterday.
Okay, 3-0 Aston Villa. Right. Next game, West Ham versus Chelsea.
West Ham versus Chelsea.
I like
West
this
Ham
game.
versus Chelsea.
West Ham 2, Chelsea 3.
Oh, okay, so he's gone 3-2 to Chelsea.
Oh,
Interesting. What have you got?
I've gone 2-1 Chelsea.
oh.
Put me down for 1-1.
It's for people saying that.
West Ham 1, Chelsea 1.
Yeah, I'll go for a draw on this one.
Okay. Right, then we go on to Monday night's game. Crystal Palace versus Arsenal.
Oh, you have to say it.
Oh, you're on Monday night, are you?
Yeah, we're on Monday.
Okay.
So,
Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 2.
right, Joe's gone 2-1 Arsenal.
Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace. I think Arsenal will concede because obviously, but I think they'll come out on this one. Put me down for a 3-1 Arsenal win.
Is this the last one?
No, one more. I've also gone Arsenal 3, Crystal Palace 1.
Oh,
Then, yeah, that's quite a few we've done together then, isn't it? What's
Yeah,
that,
I know.
4? Got to be
Yeah.
about 4 points, same result, isn't it?
Yeah. So, later on for the week, Friday night's game, yeah,
Yeah.
it's Chelsea versus Luton. Right. I'm going to go first on this one. I've gone 3-0 to Chelsea. So Chelsea 3, Luton 0.
okay.
Joe?
Chelsea 2, Luton 0.
Right, so 2-0,
What's
3-0.
What's that wrong?
Chelsea. When's this? The following Friday?
Yeah.
And that's at Stamford Bridge, isn't it? Put me down for 4-0 Chelsea.
4-0.
Yeah.
Okay. It needs to be something different. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to check this. Right. I've gone Forest 2, Sheffield United now. You've gone 2-0. James gone 3-2 to Forest. On Saturday thing, I've gone Fulham 2, Brentford 2. You've also gone the same, 2-2 on the fence.
On the bench.
And Joe's gone
1,
2.
2.
You've gone 2-1 Fulham. Sorry, Brentford. Yeah. Liverpool and Bournemouth. I've gone 2-0. Rich has gone 4-0. And you've gone 2-1 to Bournemouth. I've gone on the next game. Wolves 1, Brighton 2. Rich has gone 2-0 to Brighton. And you've gone 4-3 to Brighton. Okay. I've gone 1-0 to Man United in the next game. You've also gone 1-0. And Joe's gone 3-3.
Oh,
Yeah. Man City versus Newcastle. I've gone Man City 2-1. You've gone 3-2.
I go 1, 2.
And you've gone
1,
2-1
2, 1.
to Newcastle. Sunday, I've gone 3-1 to Everton. Rich has gone 3-0 to Villa. Or I've gone 3-1 Villa. You've gone 3-0.
4, 2.
And you've gone
4, 2.
4-2 to Aston Villa. Fair play. I've gone West Ham 1, Chelsea 2. Richard's gone 1-0. And you've gone,
2, Chelsea.
okay, you've gone 3-2 to Chelsea. Monday, Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 3. You've also, Rich, you've done 3-1.
Yeah.
1, 2, 2.
You've gone 2-1 Arsenal. And Friday, I've gone 3-0 to Luton. You've gone, 3-0 to Chelsea. You've done Chelsea 4, Luton 0.
Chelsea 2, you just now.
And you've gone Chelsea 2-0 win. Okay, so he's gone 2-0.
Okay.
Some interesting scorelines there.
Yeah. So you might get a few there. Right?
For 48 minutes.
I know, yeah. That's the quickest. But yeah, so that's everything we talked about, all the games, our player of the weekend, and also our score predictions and our results. Well, mine and Richard's results. 6-4, I'm leading. So it's nice to get a couple of points in front. All right. So, Rich, congratulations for next week. Maybe we get some scores. But I'll be up there, mate. You ain't really. And Joe, good luck to you. We've come to the end of the show now. So, Rich, would you like to tell people where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me here on a Sunday night on the Premier League weekend show. Sometimes you can find me as a guest on your Friday night show.
Yeah.
On my Facebook and my Twitter.
Okay. Right.
What about you?
Me? Well, you can find me on the Gunners of All Corners on Thursdays. I've got to get that right, Thursdays. And
That's
also
Thursday.
the Premier League weekend show that I use on Sundays. But next week is going to be at an earlier time. I think it's 7 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. So that's it. So everybody that's watched, thank you for watching.
Yeah,
Thank you for the comments.
I can't subscribe.
like and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
And don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah, true.
Also, just a quick one. Obviously, it's not Premier League, but obviously, our local side yesterday, licking that 1-0 against Millwall. Was you happy?
Yeah, I was happy. Yeah,
Yeah, I was as
good for
well.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'll see you later.
All right,
Bye.
I'll see you. How
Bye.
much birthday tomorrow, Joe?
See you next week.